What's up, and welcome to the Arthur Moats Experience. I'm Arthur Moats, and yes, you know what time it is, ladies and gents. Oh, baby, hope everybody is good out there in YouTube world or wherever you are tapping in at. Obviously, we got the YouTube live crowd right here. Shout out to all the gang. And then, of course, you know, for the audio only people out there, we do always appreciate y'all as well. Man, it's been a little interesting past couple of days, man, following the NFL draft for your boy. Yeah, man, for anybody living up in the Pittsburgh area, y'all know, I think it was Tuesday, everybody got hit with a little bit one of them fake tornado things, you know, where they got the high winds and, you know, things getting blown over and stuff. But yeah, whoo. It's been a long 48 hours of no power, but the dog got power last night. Oh, we back. I got my Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz shirt on because, baby, when I tell you there's no place like home, there's no place like home, especially when you got power on. It's the little things, ladies and gents. It's the little things. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man. Shout out to the power company, all right? Shout out to the power company. All the power company, all the power workers out there, man. Salute to y'all big time. Shout out to the internet people too, man. All right. Wherever you get your internet provided, hey, man, shout out to y'all. All right. Boys did they thing out here. Cause yeah, it was crazy. I mean, you really started to get back to the bare minimums, the essentials when you started talking about, hey, bro, 48 hours with no power. We like, hey, bro, this is kind of crazy. But I was missing y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was missing coming up here and rap with y'all for a little while. I'm like, yo, we got undrafted free agents we ain't talked about. We ain't even opened up the phone lines yet to get how y'all all feel about, you know, the gang, the new members. You know what I mean? So yeah, I was like, man, we definitely had to get back up here and talk for a little bit today. And I think I hit you in the morning on this here Friday. Now we wake and bake. Hello. So hopefully, you know, everybody is good. But yeah, Leah Warren says, bro, it was in the dark. Bro was in the dark ages. Yes. That's literally what it felt like, man. I said, yo, I was living off the grid. Like, you talk about you wake up in the morning, whatever you gonna do, you got to do while the sun out. All right. Because once they get dark, oh boy, it was so dark. I was like, Lord, light a candle. But then it's so late. You like, bro, I'm kind of tired. And if I go to sleep before this candle go out, I'm worried, you know, I might wake up to a little bit too much excitement, if you know what I mean. But then it's like, man, you blow that candle out, you like, hey, bro, it might be bedtime at 9:00. All right. So shout out, man. Shout out. But yeah, it was definitely a unique experience, man, for the gang. But we survived. 48 hours and no power, man. They say you can't go off the grid. Yeah, you can. We could do it. All right. So big time, you know, salute to anybody that was without power. And there are still some people that don't have it right now, man, up in the area, man. So hopefully they get back into it as well, man. Nothing like that waiting game where you like, hey, bro, they got power over there already. Hey, man, what's up with our section? Y'all don't like us over here? So I could definitely dig it, man. But salute to each and every one of y'all that are here today with me. And like I said, man, it's going to be a fun one. Like I said, man, we're going to talk about some of these undrafted guys that we recently brought in. And then from there, we'll definitely also get a chance to open up these phone lines, man. Hear from y'all, man, how yous feel about some of these picks, some of these players as well, man. But yeah, man. It's a good vibe. Like I said, I'm just hyped right now, man. I'm hyped. It's the little things. I turned the little light on when I was brushing my teeth this morning. Hurt my eyes. Oh, Lord. This is what power feels like again. Yeah. You ever try to go to the bathroom without no power? It gets real weird in there. You like, yo, I need a light. I need a flashlight. I need something. All right. So, yeah. So, shout out to y'all, man. Yes, Felicia, you got to charge the phones from the car. Absolutely. You start looking at, all right, how much gas is in it? All right, cool. We could charge it at this time. Make sure you open up that. But hold on now. It was a lot of strategic stuff. And then, do you got enough cords? We got family of 5. You're like, hold on, bro. You're going to charge this and this. All right. I'm going to charge that and that. And it will wait and then come back and then charge this. Yeah, it was a lot going on, baby. It was a lot going on, man. But like I said, man, the gang survived. Hopefully, if you are out there without any juice, you'll be getting your juice back soon. And yeah, if you do got juice and you need some entertainment, well, hey, that's what we're gonna provide on this here beautiful Friday morning. Got a chance to put my draft hat back on as well. So definitely was excited about that. And Richard Arbizo says you got to use the laptop to charge the phone. Look, I was not messing with it, man. When I tell you my laptop, it was dead, I was like, yeah, because I had just finished up on Monday doing all the edits for that show. And yeah. By the time we realized power was always like, oh, dang, I ain't got a chance to charge none of that. So yeah, the computer was on like the bottom of the list. Cause see, I got these kids, man, and they like iPads. All right. Doing their free time. They like, yo, can I just a little, I need to watch some of that. And I'm like, God, dog. So we had to charge some of that a little bit. All right. I'm just throwing it out there, baby. But here we are, baby. But with that being the case, though, man, like I said, we are here. We are back up. Feeling good, all right? I low-key had a panic attack, though, when I woke up this morning. I forgot to turn my my alarm clock. I like to have it, like, all the way dark so I can't, like, see any light coming off when I'm asleep. And when I woke up, when I ain't see the time up there, I was like, no, don't tell me the power went out again. I was sick. And then I was like, oh, false alarm. I picked up a phone. I looked, I had the little charge thing. I was like, oh, we still got juice. So all good. But let's go ahead and start the show like how we always do. You know the drill. Drop it in the comment section, baby, where you tuning in from. So that way I can give you that big boy shout out to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. We back. There's no place like home. Oh, there's no place like home. With the power. Shout out to With Power. Okay. Man, let's get these shout outs going, man. And you know what, man? Since allergies are acting up again, hence the tissue. You see what's going on, okay? And I'm feeling good about it being a beautiful Friday. Man, let's go ahead and start these chats off the right way. Man, let's see. I'm going to shout out the homie Jared, Pittsburgh Steelers for life in the 559, Visalia, California. You know I got to holler at the homie Just Learning in the 575, Taos, New Mexico, 69 elevation. You know what time it is. Lil Louie in the 408. What up to San Jose, California? And I love the fire emojis player. Yes, I do. Ooh. Okay. Let's see who else we got in the building. Oh, you know Leah Warren. She in the 254. That's Colleen, Texas. And she says, can't believe GTA 6 really gonna delay like this. No, it's absolutely bonkers. And trust me, I actually missed the announcement that they were gonna delay it, Leah. You telling me right now was my introduction to the fact that they delaying it. So I'm even more sick. But like I said, man, when you don't have no power, I missed this announcement. I missed my Lakers losing. I'm like, Lord, I'm seeing just stats. I'm like, Lord. I look up, Rudy Gobert got a double, 30 for 30. I'm like, hold on, bro. What is happening right now? Like, am I in a simulator? What is this? But shout out to Leah. DM 4191 in the 760 Fallbrook, California. And they're getting ready for work. So shout out, man. Got to go punch that clock, get that paper. And then the homie Benny Guavo in the 732 Somerset. Shout out to Somerset, New Jersey. And of course, Jay Farrell in the 213 Koreatown. Shout out to Koreatown, California. And let me end it with the homie Hannibal. Shout out to Hannibal. He says, checking in from the 770, the Atlanta shawty. Happy Friday, Moats. We made it. Big facts on that. Man. Like I said, man, definitely going to be a good one today, man. I am, like I said, man, just happy that I got power, man. Happy that we back, man. And life is good. So let's tap into this. And yes, Richard Arbizo, Rudy Gobert had me sick as well, man. Like, the next, like this morning-ish, I briefly saw a little bit because they've been talking about, Lakers, like what's going on with the Lakers. And I'm like, hey, bro, Rudy Gobert actually did that. That's what the highlights look like. But yeah, man, we ain't no big. It kills you. For a glimpse, I thought we had a chance. Oh, it hurt me. But we will see. We're going to see how this offseason goes, man. I'm just glad my dog looked good, though, man. I shout out to my dog, Brown, man. He still held me down, bro. My dog held me down. So all love. But yeah, we're going to see. We're going to see what we're doing. Are we staying in LA? Are we getting new merch? You never know. You know I'm down for whatever. All right? Down for whatever. At this stage, man, when we 40 plus and we getting buckets, man, hey, wherever we going, all right? You know I'm ready to cop something new, okay? I ain't tripping, baby. Heck yeah. But let's get it, man. So like I said, man, I do want to talk a little bit more about the draft, but more importantly about our undrafted guys. And bear with the graphics today. Obviously, the Steelers draft recap would say undrafted guys, but you know, I ain't had no power. I couldn't connect with my team because I ain't know who was gonna do this again. And then it just so happened Power came back, and I was like, all right, let's get active. So TG at 1 p.m., that is inaccurate. Don't worry about that, all right? Did not get a chance to edit that one off. But as a whole, like I said, man, you're going to get the content, baby, because this is what we do. This is what we do. So you already know the drill. Like I said, hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Do want to talk a little bit about some of these undrafted free agents, man. Signed a couple of guys, man. Actually, it's a 6-piece if I remember correctly. Yeah, 6-piece if I remember correctly. Yep. So, or no, excuse me, 7 guys total. But check it out, man. So the first guy, or I'll just name them all, and then we'll talk a little bit more about each of these individuals, and then from there, we'll progress through this thing. But Sebastian Castro is a safety that we signed out of Iowa. Shout out to the Iowa guys, man. We actually got a lot of Iowa guys on our team right now. I don't know if y'all have been peeping that. All right, shout out to Iowa though. JJ Galbraith, tight end that we got out of South Dakota. Then I know some of y'all were hollering about punters. All right, punters in the first round. We want a punter. We want a punter. We did not sign a punter, but we signed a kicker. All right, shout out to the kicker Ben Sauls. Nicely kicked, and actually he was a kicker at Pitt, University of Pitt, man. So shout out to Pitt, hell to Pitt, H2P, and all that good stuff. Then from there, man, Rock Taylor, the wide receiver out of Memphis, big body, come on now, like a 6'4" thing. All right, then from there, man, DJ Thomas Jones, the fullback. I'm going to call him an H-back out of South Alabama. Can't wait to talk about that guy. Aiden Williams had me over here scouring the earth looking for Minnesota Duluth film. All right, but shout out to Aiden Williams. He played tackle out at Minnesota Duluth. More than likely will be transitioning to the guard position. And then last but certainly not least, in terms of undrafted free agent signings that the Steelers had in their initial releasing, was Keyshawn Williams, the wide receiver from Indiana. Quick slot guy. So yeah, let's talk about these dudes though, man. When you're talking Sebastian Castro, I have him profiled as a safety / slot / teamer, right? And the reason I say that is this. At Iowa, he was a strong safety, but he played a lot of the slot on passing downs, possession downs, which we know obviously at the slot position, that's Beanie Bishop, that's Cam Sutton, in the past was Mike Hilton. So he played there. Very productive player at Iowa, playing that position. Physical. I love the technique. I love the hand placement. I love all of the understanding what is happening around him, and that allows him to play a lot faster. The issue that I have with him, or the questions that I'm going to have with him, is he is more of a tweener to me at, I gotta sneeze. Oh man, but to me at this stage, he is more of a tweener, right? So when you're talking about, where he is going to fully profile at, I don't necessarily think that, he's going to be all the way fast enough at the free safety spot. And we'll have some size questions about him playing at the strong safety spot, because actually that's a Deshaun Elliott type who's just a lot bigger. But the corner position, I think it could be a unique element for him because of his physicality, because of his ability to play zone concepts, but also be a good blitzer as well. So I think that that's going to be the intriguing part for him. If he's going to be quick enough to play in that slot, or if not the quickest, can he show that he profiles as a high level defender against the run? I think those are going to be the things that are going to help Sebastian potentially carve out a role on this team. But more importantly, I see his immediate impact being special teams. Athletic, good size, physical, and plays extremely hard. You watch him on plays where, he's not even getting the ball. It's on defense and they create a turnover, and he's sprinting down the grass trying to get a block for somebody. You like those type of things because it shows that he's not a selfish player. It shows that he's the type of player that is ultimately going to be trying to do whatever it takes for the team to win. A guy that just wants to have his hand in the pile. So to me, I like those type of guys. And that's something that I'm definitely intrigued about, seeing how Sebastian plays out at this level. All right. So shout out to Sebastian. All right. Or Sebastian Castro. Put some respect on his last name. All right. The next one I have is JJ Galbraith, man, the tight end out of South Dakota. Good size on him, 6'4", athletic, pass catching, very productive player at South Dakota. Over the 1,000-yard mark multiple times, man, from the receiving standpoint. I think he was very athletic for the tight end position. Obviously, he was playing at South Dakota, so it's a little bit stepped down from a overall just talent on the field NFL-wise. But to me, I thought that he looked the part. I thought that he looked like the better athlete on the field. He looked like a guy that could play up at the next level. And to me, I think that his athleticism, his pass catching ability are going to be the things that are going to be his saving grace early, because to me, I think he's really going to have to improve on his blocking. At this level, it's more than just effort. It's effort and technique. And I think that he's going to have to work on both of those things in that specific area if he wants to really carve out a role, because the alternative is, if you're not a good blocker at this level, you have to be an elite pass catcher, an elite receiver at this level to carve out a role at the tight end spot. And my only concern is, will he be able to have all the production that he had at South Dakota translate to this level? Now, I think he's going to have a chance, but we will see, because obviously we know the guys are a lot more athletic at this level than what he was facing at college. So we will see how that plays out for him. But like I said, I definitely like the profile that he has. You know what I mean? He's more of a Pat Freiermuth than a Darnell Washington or even a Michael Pruitt. And I think that it's important that we understand the difference, because we got another guy that we signed a little bit later who profiles a little bit on the other side of those tight ends type things, man. All right. From there, though, Ben Saul's the kicker out of Pitt. Hell to Pitt. Now, listen, man. This dude's been kicking at Pitt since 2020, man. So he has had a lot of experience at, I think it's been Acrisure the whole time since 2020. But actually, no, he's had some Hines and some Acrisure, all right? So we like him a lot, man. But he's appeared in 53 games, connected over in 52 of 64 field goal attempts. That's over 81% field goal percentage made, which we like. And just last year, 2024, he had a 58-yard field goal that he made. So to me, I like that a lot. Was also a semifinalist for the Lou Groza Award, man, which is given to the top kicker collegiately each and every year. So to me, like I said, I like that a lot. I think that it's important to have quality players, man, guys that know what they're doing and guys that are familiar with kicking in, you know, the stadium. Obviously, we know how we feel about our current kicker in terms of Boz, the Wizard of Boz. Shout out to the Wiz. All right. But at the same time, man, it is good to know that we'll have somebody that can at least, you know, put together a great audition during the preseason. All right. So shout out to good old Ben. All right. Shout out to Ben. And yes, Stan Claire, we have a kicker. Yes, but during training camp, you don't want Boz having to kick every single kick. And during the preseason games, you don't want Boz going out there behind the let's see, not the starting O-line, not the second O-line. I'm talking about that third O-line they put out there. When it's the fourth quarter, you done scored a touchdown. You don't want Boz going out there and kicking that, baby. That's why you want Ben Sauls, all right? That's why you want Ben, all right? So shout out to Ben. But Boz is good, all right? Boz is good. But that's the reason why Ben is here, Stan, all right? So all good, all good. He said, hold on, bro. What's up with Boz? I ain't trying to ruin your Friday like that, baby, all right? I just got power back on, all right? So listen, I ain't going to ruin your day because my day is feeling great right now, all right? So shout out, shout out. And like I said, man, if y'all are enjoying what we're doing right now, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. From there, man, Rock Taylor, I'll just say this, man, we have a type, all right? We for certain have a type. He's the GPDK Metcalf type, man, another 6'3", down the grass guy. He's going up and getting it, combat catch. Love the catch radius with him, and he has good run after ability, man, in terms of creating yak. Not the speediest guy, but when you're 6'3", 200 plus pounds, yeah, you a big body Benz out there at that receiver spot going up there and getting it. He does that a lot. And to me, man, I like him, man. Like I said, definitely profiles like a GP, like a DK Metcalf type. And I think that that's going to be interesting when we're talking about having those guys working, or when we're talking about having Rock Taylor working with those guys and along with our quarterback scenario. You don't want your quarterback, whether it's Aaron Rodgers, Mason, or Will Howard, or Skylar Thompson, to have to be, you know, worried about, all right, man, when I come in, I don't have a big body receiver. I only have these guys. So you become conditioned to mentally thinking about this type of player out there. But now, you know, you're not going to have to deal with that. It's like, hey, man, we can keep our offense as is, regardless of which group is out there, which unit is out there. So from a teaching standpoint, the messaging is a lot more consistent as well. And that could overall help with the just progression and the development of this offense, man, when we don't have to stylistically switch because we don't have those type of bodies, man, as we go a little bit further down, man. So that's the thing to me that I like, man. So shout out to Rock Taylor, man. And like I said, another Memphis receiver. It's funny, man. I was like, all right, we went just exact opposites, man. The last Memphis receiver we had, Calvin Austin, is like midget size but can fly. Then you got Rock Taylor, who's big body and jumping out the gym. I'm like, all right, man, shout out to these Memphis receivers, man. Let's see if he can have the same type of success that Calvin Austin has been having, and hopefully will continue to have as well, man. Love what I'm saying from Calvin Austin, though, man. Big fan. All righty. Then from there, man, DJ Thomas Jones. Now, DJ Thomas Jones to me is very interesting, man. As soon as I watched him, I cut on the tape. I'm like, oh yeah, you're Michael Pruitt, you're Connor Hayward. Like that's this comp. That's this competition right here. That's where I see him fitting in his role. Tight end, H-back, fullback. But the unique thing about DJ Thomas Jones is this. When we speak Michael Pruitt or even Connor Hayward, we still look at them as more receivers / to me, even with Connor Hayward, I profile more as running back, right? Michael Pruitt, I profile almost like just tight end, heavy tight end. DJ Thomas Jones definitely has that like full back demeanor. You look at his build, he's freaking 6'2", 256. Like he's built like a tank, but he moves extremely well. His body type almost puts you in the mind of old school Michael Robinson, man. That was the Penn State quarterback that ended up playing fullback out in Seattle. Y'all see him on TV all the time now with NFL Network. Has that type of build on him, but he is accelerating to the contact to go make a block. That is rare at this time when you're talking H-backs, dudes that can actually receive, because he's actually a productive receiver as well. They threw the football to him a lot at South Alabama. He was a productive player catching the football, man. But you also see him when he's going to block, he is going to hit you. And he is playing with great effort, chasing down the field, trying to make blocks. Like I said, I was very surprised and impressed watching him. And I think that he is definitely one of those players that is going to have a legitimate chance to make this roster due to that, man. There are a lot of guys that can catch. There are a lot of guys that can play well in space, but there are not a lot of guys that are accelerating to contact, especially to go block. And when you see DJ Thomas do that, to me, understanding what Arthur Smith likes to do and understanding the physical profile that we like to operate with, that's definitely a guy to just be on the lookout for. Remember a year ago, man, we brought in a fullback that was supposed to, compete, but he ultimately retired before training camp really got started. So we never got a chance to see what that would have looked like. So with DJ Thomas Jones, man, I'm excited to see how this one plays out, because to me, I think he definitely brings some unique traits to the offense right now, man, that we kind of have been missing. All right, so let's see how my man DJ Thomas Jones does. All right. But then from there, man, Aiden Williams, the left tackle / guard out of Minnesota Duluth. Shout out to Minnesota Duluth. All right. Now, like I said, I was scouring trying to find any type of footage I could on young Aiden Williams from Minnesota Duluth, but there's not a lot of tape out there on Minnesota Duluth. All right. But shout out to Minnesota Duluth. Now, what I will say is this, man. Aiden has a decent size on him, man. 6'6". It's pretty dang on tall. I believe he was 295 when the weight that I saw from him. But the thing that was unique is this, man. He was playing at the left tackle spot, and you see him, obviously at, his level, Minnesota Duluth, he's blocking all those dudes to sleep. It's not even close. They threw him a pass as well, man. He caught a touchdown pass. It was actually crazy. I'm like, yo, shout out to the big fella, man. Catch it, get in the end zone, man. Give me a dance one time, right? But the thing that was unique was this. I got a chance to see him at the East-West Shrine game, all right? Doing some of the one-on-one reps down there, man, taking reps at both guard and tackle. And to me, eyeball test-wise, he looks the part. But the big thing is going to be, number one, how he adjusts to NFL caliber athletes. At Minnesota Duluth, he wasn't facing the speed, the power, and the size combinations that he's going to be seeing every single day at the NFL level. So the faster he can get adjusted and acclimated to that, I think will give him a better opportunity to make this team. The thing that's unique is this, though, man, with his size, 6'6", 295, and being able to bump in and play guard, I think that that's going to help him out a lot more than him trying to stay out there at the tackle position. Just, from a couple of the reps that I was watching, I feel like, with him, man, I love the size. I love the athleticism, but power, technique, and pad level are the things I think he's going to have to improve upon. And also very similar to what I saw when Al Villanueva was here, right? Shout out to Big Al. But early on, before, he turned into that Pro Bowl caliber guy, I remember, man, RP to Tunch Ilkin, but Tunch teaching him how to trap the hands of rushers, man, because they were getting, into his chest and bull rushing him because of how tall he was, but because he was tall and lean. When I look at Aiden Williams, I see a lot of similarities with him. And I say, man, he's one of those guys that I think if he can learn that trap move that we saw, like I said, man, that we saw Al, weaponize a lot. And like I said, man, I remember watching Tunch Ilkin teach him daily during the offseason, man, just walking around doing the hand movements with that. To me, man, I think that could definitely help Aiden out a lot. But to me, man, I just early on, the size I think is impressive. The athleticism is impressive, but strength and more importantly, his overall technique and pad level, I think are going to have to improve if he wants to stay at this level, man, because this is going to be a big jump for him athletically in terms of what he's having to block against than what he was seeing at Minnesota Duluth. All right. But shout out to Minnesota Duluth. I was like, hey, bro, I like this, man. I've never heard of this school, but you know what? We're going to do some research on them boys today. All right. And then, let's get to the last homie on the list. Good old Keyshawn Williams, wide receiver out of Indiana. To me, man, this is a slot receiver, quick slot, but he runs. Like when he has that football, it's weird. Like you see some slot receivers, man, they get that ball and it's like, all right, you're definitely still a slot receiver when you get the ball in your hands. When you're not trying to get hit, you're trying to be quick and get down. You watch Keyshawn though, I'm like, hey bro, you got a little toughness on you, man. Like he's not necessarily running to avoid all contact. He's trying to make you tackle him at times, but he can't make you miss. And I think that's the unique part with Keyshawn. You watching him playing at Indiana. Obviously, we know the year that Indiana had just last year with Kirks and Eddie being over there, and they were, like I said, man, one of those physical, gritty, different type of Big Ten teams, though, that they won a lot of games, made it to the college football playoffs. But you look at Keyshawn, and it's like you can see how he fits that mold and why the Steelers would be interested in him. He's not a quick finesse receiver. He plays with physicality, but he's not the biggest guy out there. But you see the toughness, man. It's like you watching a dude, man, that's not going down on first contact. You watching a guy that isn't afraid to, catch that tunnel screen where it's coming back to the middle of the field where all the big guys are at, man. He's running that thing and he's fearless. To me, I think that those are the type of things that can, get some eyes on you. Now, we know our wide receiver room is already packed and thick, but to me, I look at this and I say, okay, man, this is going to continue to put pressure on guys like Roman Wilson, Calvin Austin, those smaller slot receivers. Is like, hey man, you don't get to take a break. You don't get to, act like you've arrived. We got another guy that's very tough, that's very hungry, that also has good hands and also has good run after ability. So I think that for me, man, Keyshawn coming in here definitely gives me a little bit of competition at the back end of this thing. But I like the fact that he profiles in a way that I could see translating to the NFL level. My big concern with him, though, is how quick is he? Like, is that speed and quickness going to translate to the NFL level? Even at the Big Ten, it's like, man, you'll see some of those guys out there that, to me, they're not going to play at this level. But at that level, man, they're lightning. They're doing what they're supposed to do. So that's kind of my concern, when I'm talking Keyshawn, is his quickness, his short area, make you miss ability, and that physicality going to be able to translate to this level. If it can, then, I think he has a great opportunity. But if not, then it's like, hey, man, at least you got a chance to have, nice little Steelers gear on. All right, shout out, man. But shout out to those undrafted guys, though, man. Sebastian Castro, the safety out of Iowa. J.J. Galbraith, the tight end out of South Dakota. Ben Sauls, the kicker out of Pitt. Shout out to Pittsburgh. And Rock Taylor, the wide receiver from Memphis. DJ Thomas Jones, the fullback from South Alabama. Aiden Williams, the guard from Minnesota Duluth / tackle. And Keyshawn Williams, the wide receiver from Indiana. Shout out to all of those gentlemen right there, man. And like I said, if y'all enjoying, what we doing this morning, man, and recapping some of those undrafted guys, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Alrighty. Said, man, these allergies, holy smokes. That was the other part, man. I told y'all, bro, between the allergies, stay on no power. It was a rough go at it, but your boy is back. All right. Your boy is back and we got it going. All right. We got it going. But let's see, man. How was y'all feeling about some of these guys over here? Let's see what the chat's talking about. Man, y'all active this morning in the chat. Let me find out Friday morning, or I guess it's like brunch time now. But yeah, y'all don't care, man. I like it. Y'all active this morning, man. Shout out to y'all. All right. Shout out to y'all. But let's see. My man Earl, shout out to Earl. He says, I'm excited about the O-line too. Let's go, man. Hey, big people matter, all right? You obviously see us bringing in Andy Weidel, man, a couple of years ago. He's put a lot more focus on the big guys, right? Put a lot more of them guys, resources there. And I'm liking it, man. I'm liking the fact that we're continuing to find multiple types of bodies, right? Number one, man, when we talk about our offensive line as it stands today, we got 2 first-round draft picks at tackle. We got nice pedigree at center and guard in terms of draft capital and free agent capital. And then you going out there and you finding different dudes in the draft, man, and in free agency. I think that all of that's going to be important, man, for the offensive line, man. So shout out to the homie Earl. I like it. Hey, and what Michael G said, who's not liking it? Come on now. Y'all better hit that Arthmos Experience like it one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel. Let's get it. Let's see, man. Oh, and shout out to Tommy Thomas Dowdy as well. He says, excited to finally catch a live show. What's good, Steelers Nation? I'm with you on that, man. Shout out, baby. And Rod Dollar, man. Shout out to Rod. He says, I do think that Sebastian Castro is going to be special. I think he has a lot of unique traits to him, man. The toughness is the thing that stands out to me the most. And instincts, man. When you talk about a guy that clearly understands film study, clearly understands what is the strengths and weaknesses of the defense of the call, all of that shows up on his tape. And that to me is why he plays as fast as he plays. And also why I think that his game will be able to translate. The athleticism part is going to always be the biggest question mark. Can you play in space with these type of athletes? But what I will say is this, if you study it enough and you're smart enough, there are plenty of dudes that aren't as athletic that play a lot longer than the dudes that are freaky athletes just because they're smarter. Heck, man, when we're talking the difference of 4.3 versus 4.5, it sounds crazy when you're writing it down, but it's about 2 arm lengths. Like we talking arm length difference. You know what I mean? So if I know ahead of time that, all right, I can just, take a half a step or 2 steps over here. Now I've effectively negated that speed difference. When I watch Sebastian, I'm like, yo, you do all this stuff already at Iowa, man. You're already, aligned in certain ways and you trigger. He's not hesitant when he sees it. He believes it and he goes. These are all the things to me that are going to help him have a chance. Now, that just gives you a chance. You know what I mean? Because like I said, it's some killers up here. All right. But to me, I can see what you're seeing with that, though, Rod Dallas. So shout out to the homie Sebastian right there, man. And yes, that is absolutely right, Michael G. Absolutely right, man. Anticipation beats speed. And that's the truth, man. I know that was, one of my things. As you get older, man, and you're playing in space, and you're playing against some of these dudes, you're like, yo, these dudes are getting younger and faster. How do you keep up? All right. Well, you got to get smarter. And when you get smarter, now you're able to, take another step over here. And now, instead of me reacting to you going here, I'm waiting on you. I'm anticipating. And now we've effectively, made up that difference in speed. Now it becomes a little bit different when you're talking about strength. Now you got to worry about what? Technique, right? If you're a big guy, you can play with bigs, so you can be tall, you can play all this. But if you're a little guy, man, you better get your hands to that big dude's chest, stay low, hit him on the rise, and that's going to effectively neutralize all that difference in size right there. So there are multiple ways to have success at this level. And that's why for me, even when we're talking about some of these undrafted guys, it's like, man, it doesn't matter what their athletic profile in terms of how fast or how big he is. It's like, all right, he was productive, right? So we're clearly seeing that he can play. Now let's see, can that translate to this level? Not saying it's going to be easy, because the more of those variables that you don't have, the more of a challenge it's going to be for you to stay at this level, but it's not impossible. And we have plenty of, players, both offense and defense and special teams, that would validate that as well, man. So shout out to the homie Michael G on that one, man. Let's get it, man. But like I said, man, I'm definitely digging what we on right now, man. Let's keep these convos going though, man, as we are, reacting to these undrafted guys, man. Let's get it. All right. Oh, man, I like how y'all be talking to the chat too. Y'all be, hey, look, when we have a chat, we'll have like part of the chat is focused on this. Then we'll have another part where it's like, yo, y'all in that joint going at each other. But shout out. Let's go ahead and say, man, he at work, man. I'm with you, bro. We ain't got time for none of that, man. Ain't no work today. All right. We big talking Steelers. All right. We have power. We finally got power. We usually do this on Wednesdays. All right. Can't do it on Wednesdays. We ain't got no power. All right. So it's like that sometimes. But let's get it, man. Alrighty then. So we will transition to, man, let's get these phone lines open next, all right? Because I do see some of y'all popping up in here, man. And you know what, man? Let's talk some of these draft picks as well, man, because I do want to know how y'all feel about some of these guys as well. I mean, obviously, I've talked about the draft picks, but I do want to, like I said, man, how y'all feel about it, man. So you already know the drill, man. We're going to open up these phone lines, and we're going to do it the new version, all right? Yeah, I know the new version. The new version is y'all call in. It's going to go to voicemail, and I'm going to call you back. And then we're going to play a little roulette with it and see who it was, all right? But you already know the deal. Let me get that up here. There it is. Digits to dial are 412-346-6955. Once again, 412-346-6955. Do want to talk, man, how we feeling about the Steelers 2025 draft class, man? Derek Harmon, Caleb Johnson, Jack Sawyer and company. You know what I mean? How we feeling? Alrighty. Got this thing popped up, ready to roll. And let's get this here first caller. Let's see. All right. Let's see who this is. Let's see. Hello. Who I'm on the hotline with, baby? Talk to me. Who I'm on the hotline with?
Hey, Boo Man, what's up, bro?
Man, what's up, Boo Man? How you?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, I can't complain, man. It's a Friday. I'm feeling good. I'm getting the phone with you. So, man, it's going to be a good vibe today, man. Definitely.
Yes, sir.
But talk to me, Boo, man. How you feeling about this here 2025 NFL draft class, man? Obviously, we know the gang, man. Derek Harmon, Caleb Johnson, Jack Sawyer, Y.A. Black, Will Howard, Carson Bruner, and Dante Kent. What's your energy towards the guys, man?
I'm loving it, man. From top to bottom, man. I'm loving it, man. Like, first pick with Derek Harmon, heartfelt moment.
Oh, yeah.
But, hey, still a player that I think can, be able to give us a need that we've been needing for these past couple of years, especially since Tua left, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he able to fill that spot in. And third round pick, Caleb Johnson, I'm really excited about him. I'm ready to see him, man. I see a little bit of Najee. I think it's because of the two. And Le'Veon Bell a little bit, man. But I'm eager to see how he get in the fold, man, and, give us some plays that we've been really need, especially explosive plays, man. So I've just been watching so much film on him. And I'm just ready to see him in the pass, man, and see what he do.
No, I love that. Love the excitement about Caleb, man. Sawyer, and I'm with you.
Yeah, Jack Sawyer was the kind of odd one. I'm not familiar with him, but I've been kind of just looking at a couple of films, though, man.
Yeah.
But he look real solid. That's the only one I was just scratching my head on. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like, but I'm.
He said we got too many of these dudes. Why we got so many outside linebackers going on right now, man?
Hey, man. I'm eager to see how they put him in and what they do with him, man. But like I said, I like Herbert, so I know it's kind of gonna eat into his snap count though.
Yeah.
So kind of just eager to see how they use him and how they place him in the fold. And the big guy, what is it? Wyatt?
Yeah, Wyatt. Wyatt Black.
Oh man, I like him too, man. I really like him. I'm ready to see him get in the fold and kind of see what what he can do for it. Like I said, we've been needing those big guys, man.
336 pounds. I'm like, yo, do you know how big that is? God, dog. He's a monster, man.
I'm ready for it, man. We've been needing guys, especially like young guys too, because we've just been having like old guys. But I think with those young guys, man, it kind of give us a little bit of youth and kind of just, energy, man, that we've been needing, man. We just been kind of looking just like we've been trying to hold up, man, but for dear life, man, these last few years, man. So I'm liking that we invested more in it. And this guy Will Howard, I kind of been up, like I think y'all been talking about him, so I've been kind of just been. Maybe it's because y'all been talking about it and it's kind of been on my radar, but he look good, man. He really look good. I'm glad we got him, especially for just a 6th-round pick, man. Yeah. I'm eager to see what he do, man. I may be kind of going before, putting the horse before the cart, the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
But I want to, I want to see him faster than I want to see Mason right now, man.
Oh.
Maybe it's because it's just a new guy.
What TG say? The only thing better than new is new. I get it, baby. Yeah. The only thing better than new is new.
Hey, and I like Mason. It ain't no kind of. I just want to, I kind of want to put him out there and just see, see what he do, man. Because like I was watching the He was on Gruden.
The Gruden account.
I like his personality, man.
Yeah.
He's fun. Like it's easy to get behind him. You know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys, man, that you can really easy to get behind, man, with his personality, man, the energy he brings and stuff like that. So I'd love to see him with the guys that we have, man, especially a young group as well. You know what I'm saying? It'll be eager to see him. And the last 2 guys, I really don't really know of, man. So
in terms of Carson Bruner, that Pac-12 ball, man. We won't get a lot of Pac-12 on this side too much, man.
Yeah. So I'm just however they use them, I'll just be watching, keeping an eye on them though. But those other guys, man, I'm very ready for them to get in the fold, man, and kind of see what they're gonna bring to the table, man.
I like it.
Really need it, man.
I like it, boo, man. Yeah. And I can tell you've been tapping him, and I can tell you've been watching the dudes, man. Just listen to how you talk. Man. I'm like, oh yeah. You definitely been looking at him for sure. Yeah.
Around this time, that's all I've been watching, man. I love this time. It gets you hype, man.
Ain't no facts, man.
And the stuff that you bring, and it kind of just even hypes it even more, man. So
no, man, appreciate you on that, man.
I love it, man. I love it, man.
Hey, shout out, man. Let's get it. Hey, let me know, man, what you getting into this weekend, man. Also, man, I know it's Friday. We here now.
Hey, it's Cinco de Mayo weekend, man. So I'm gonna try to,
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna give me a little taco, a little tequila.
Okay. Taco, tequila. Gotta get it in. You know that.
Yeah, man. Yes. And I'm gonna try to do that and try to, check up on these guys, man. Like I said, watch these guys, man. Just kind of, excite me even more. You know what I'm saying? Before the actual real thing, man. But hopefully we can have Aaron Rodgers, man.
Hey, man, look. Fingers crossed. Look. Maybe he waiting on Cinco de Mayo to make the announcement. All right, he gonna show up with a sombrero on, tequila and tacos. He's like, hey, I'm ready, Steelers Nation. Let's go.
Hey, we all can take a shot to that,
Hey, seriously, man. Seriously. So, shoot, I like that right there. Hey, but shout out to you, though, Boo, man. I appreciate you, man, from the heart, man, because you've been rocking out with the show for a minute, too, man, from the heart.
The stuff that you're doing, bro, and keep on getting it, man. I love everything that you're doing, man, especially with the changes and stuff. I'm like you tell TG, man. I'm glad he's on more. I love to see him on more, man. Hey,
shout out to the homie, man.
Anytime we get some TG action, it's always a good time.
Hey,
man.
Respect on that, man. No, respect on that. Like I said, definitely appreciate that, man. Hey, have a safe weekend out there, too, all right, baby?
You too, man.
Let's get it. Shout out. Shout out right there to Boo, man. Good time talking with him, man. Every once in a while, man, gotta talk to the gang. All right, I do see some more calls coming in. Like I said, phone lines are open. 412-346-6955 are the digits to dial. You call in, I'm gonna call you back. That's how it goes. All right. But let's tap in. I got another one that just called in. Let's see who this is. Player. All right.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me.
Moats.
Talk to me, baby. Who I'm on the hotline with?
You got Frank K here.
Oh, out there in Arizona. Shout out to Frank K. Shout out to Frank K. If I remember correctly, yes, it is AZ, man. How you doing, Frank? What's the word with you, man?
Man, another day in paradise, Arthur.
Man,
Great day, man. It's going to be
bless.
70, 80 degrees today.
Oh,
It's
you
not
living
too hot
up.
yet. But
You living good
all
over
good,
there.
man.
Living real
Yes, sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's talk a little bit then, since you living good out there, baby, in Arizona, where it's beautiful weather. Beautiful weather. How you feeling about this draft class? Is the draft class as beautiful as that weather over there, man?
Man, for right now, I like those first 4 picks. They stand out more than anything. I mean, obviously, Harmon, we got Cam 2.0 is what everyone's
facts.
saying. You know, he's got all the measurables, long arms, good measurables. Man, our kind of guy also, very important. OKG, as we always say. You know, so that sticks out like a sore thumb. Second round or third round, Caleb, man, we just got a young stud who can run faster than that combine.
Let's go.
That's the best way of putting it. Then we're rounding it off by getting a guy that we didn't think would be there with Jack Sawyer.
Facts.
And I know we may not have needed that edge backup 3-4 spot right this second, but as we know and have we seen over the years, when those guys get injured, that takes a toll on our D.
It can get thin quick. Really quick, man.
Real quick.
Really quick.
Yes, sir. So I think Sawyer provides solid depth there, you know, as a number 4 guy, potential special teams, you know, but man, and then doubling down to get another big man to plug the front.
Let's go.
And I'm not going to pronounce his name right, so
Oh, you good?
Arthur.
Why, you good?
Why Black.
There you go.
Man, he shouldn't have been there. So those first 4 picks, great value. Can't argue that.
Yeah.
And then Will Howard, man, I'm not a Will Howard fan, so to speak.
Oh, okay,
but he's
okay.
growing on me. He's growing on me. He's growing on me. I'm not expecting a starter by any means, you know, right away. It's going to take some time. But again, OKG. He does and says all the right things. He's going to bust his tail. That Gruden podcast that I watched with him on there for an hour, Gruden loved him. Gruden doesn't, you know, he knows what he's doing for quarterbacks for the most part. I mean, and then obviously bringing in, you know, the Bruner, a little homegrown. Or
hey, look, come on, man. Gotta keep the bloodlines active. Is it a draft? If we don't have some type of family tie, we need some type of, you know. Did your daddy play? Your uncle play? Who you know over here, man? We need somebody. Keep the gauntlet going.
Yep. So then, obviously, I'm not expecting much out of that position from him. Special teams, core guy, come in. We need that. And then Dante Kent, I'm not going to lie, I had no clue, you know, who he was. Was not on my radar at all. But that was the one thing, Moats, that I truly thought we were going to go a little bit more aggressive on. Was the slot guy.
Okay.
I like Big Play Slay. I'm not sure if we can call him that anymore.
Hey, Super Bowl champ Big Play Slay, man. Super Bowl champ Big Play Slay.
Facts. You're right. You're facts, bro. Facts. But having said that, you know, age is still, you know, especially at that position in the league, that is the most athletic position in football, in my opinion.
Oh, it is.
So when
Trust
you get
me,
up there,
is.
I mean, I'm 34, and so I know you're right about that age also. You know what it's like, you know, and I'm not competing.
Hey, look.
You know, and working out.
Start slowing down. Your knees ache a little more, that back a little. Like, what happened here? When did this start? Yeah.
Exactly. But I still love that pickup. I love Corey Trice, you know, continuing to grow in that role. We got the aliens. You know,
yeah. Big facts on that.
Aliens,
Big facts.
Yep. I do think, you know, that we should have maybe addressed that a little bit earlier. But again, I can't argue with those first 4 value picks. Those are, I mean, man, we did not think, I mean, most people didn't think they'd be there.
Oh, no. Look, listen, Jack Sawyer, man, people thought second, third round. So the fact that, like you said, that's available to you in the 4th, it's like, yeah, this is literally a best player available. How do you pass up on this dude? And he was the team captain on their defense. That was one of the things that, you know, when you hear Coach Tom, you hear some of these people talk about Jack specifically. It's like, man, you look at what he had to lead defensively when they came out of that Michigan game. And it's like, man, that dude, that's a dog. So you feel great about, you know, what he brings. But I think that that's more so why that pick was made versus it being a true need per se. Unless you not as confident about TJ and this deal getting done. You ain't feeling that, are you?
100% agree.
Okay. Well
said.
Okay. Yep. Now I do want to circle back to you though real quick.
We're getting that deal done.
I would say it's got to get done, right? I'm not even entertaining it not getting done. I'm just all the way positive. It's going to work. It's going to get done. It's TJ Watt, all right? But I did want to ask you, though, man, because you had said with with Will Howard. He wasn't your necessarily first preference, but he's growing on you. What are some of the things, for you, man, that you kind of like about him, but also kind of have you hesitant about his game, man?
I like the wheels for a big man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, those measurables, Josh Allen type size. I'm not saying you're Josh Allen by any means necessary, but to have those measurables, that's a start. Good starting point. And then he's got the wheels that we saw at K-State.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't portray him necessarily all the time in the Big Ten, better competition last year at Ohio State, obviously. But he's got the wheels. I mean, he can get out and move north and south and get downhill. Obviously, east and west is very different. But I do like that angle. I think the arm was a little bit there was just games last year when I'd watch Moats. I'm a big NFL guy more than college for football. But some of the college games I watched, I think I maybe watched the wrong game where he did not play too well. I think I saw him slide early in the year.
It can happen.
And that slide was hard to forget about, but to rebound and bounce back from that and to see him go on and lead the team. They were the best team last year, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
How many picks were taken? 15% of the draft and the first 45 picks were from Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
So just a fun fact right there. They had the best team in football. But to lead the team, like you mentioned about Sawyer on defense, he looked like the guy on offense.
He's the captain. Captain on offense, yeah.
Yes, sir. So I do like that component. I think he's got the intangibles, to start, and learning behind someone like A-Rod, I think would still be the best case, obviously, for right now, based on the available options, obviously. But having said that, I still think that Will, would be a good position to learn for a year, sitting behind a guy like that, or even Mason, worst case scenario. If we have to ride with Mason, I'm not opposed to doing that this year, worst case scenario, and having Will learn behind him for a year. Then we go all in with our 10 or 11 picks that we have, on display for next year and get ready to move up and trade up and get a QB in the top 15, top 10 if we have to.
I like it. I mean, you look at how many draft picks we have available going into next year right now. And with some of those projected comp picks, we're going to have a 100%. Lot of ammunition if we really want to move up in that first round to do anything quarterback-wise, man. Like, we're going to have plenty of that. So I like where we are coming out of draft weekend. I just think that, like you said, man, if Rodgers is here, I think we like it a lot more than, if he's not here. But we in a good spot. I'm like, we kind of in the best of both worlds. We kind of in the best of both worlds right now, man.
Bro, can I switch it up on you? Can we
talk to me, man. Let's do it. Heck yeah.
The Sanders drama. Shador.
Yeah.
I know Nor and some of our guys in the chat, love Sanders. And I've been up and down on him.
Yeah.
I like Dion. I like Prime. But, man, Sanders, Shador just was hard to be a fan of in college.
Okay.
Especially when you see some of this, in my opinion, some of the stuff that we've seen come out after the combine and the draft. And some of the, reports that we've seen from some of these, GMs, et cetera. I'm not saying there's collusion involved.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you're going to be a player that they think could lead a franchise, the quarterback is the most important position in the game.
1,000%.
I don't think anyone would collude to that degree where they're going to, not take a guy they think can lead their franchise. Right. I have a hard time believing that, truly, in my heart. But having said that, we need to have a guy that's our kind of guy. And if we had any concern about that with bringing in Shador as a backup, if we got him in the 4th round or even before the Cleveland Browns in the 5th round, my concern was, having him as a backup and then just that potential drama that we've already seen play out with GP and some of these other guys that aren't really, necessarily, the best teammates, is I guess the nicest way of putting it. But, man, I just truly think that this was a blessing in disguise getting Will, the more that I think about it, man, instead of Shador, just because all this stuff that I'm hearing after the fact of how he handles some of these combine interviews, and especially the one with New York Giants head coach
Brian Dable,
had him brought him a playbook essentially, or something, that he was going to test him on, and he said, "Nah, maybe not. You're not. This isn't for you. Maybe not. I'm not your guy."
Yeah,
it's like, man, you're not bigger than the shield, my friend. That is the one thing the NFL makes very clear to everyone. We saw it with AD when he was at the top of his game.
Oh, absolutely.
At the top of the league.
Absolutely.
We saw that fall off very quick.
Absolutely.
So that's the thing that it was hard for me to get fully on board. I think the talent is there.
Yeah.
With Shador obviously, but man, some of the concerns that he displayed were just a little bit, too much, I think, for, in my opinion, for us to get comfortable. Even though as bad as I wanted him, I don't know. I'm just thinking this may be a blessing in disguise, when we see what happens in Cleveland, 6 months, a year from now, 2 years from now. I could be entirely wrong, obviously.
Frank K, trust me.
Man.
You don't have to say you think it was. It was. He didn't get drafted to the 144th overall. So clearly the teams felt some type of way about how he was conducting himself. If we want to sprinkle in some of the collusion, sure. But as a whole, yeah, we know there are multiple factors. So I think that everything that you're saying is valid with that. And the difference, I think, also with very confident players, right? Because I throw him in extremely confident, right? I still don't feel like he's arrogant. I feel like he's just very confident. But the thing is this, when you have that type of confidence, your play has to be almost astronomically better than the next guy. Otherwise, it's going to rub off a lot of people the wrong way. And I think for him, that's kind of what took place when you talk about, and we don't know how valid these reports are, but when the reports are coming out that, yeah, teams are giving you pre-draft materials to come prepared for in the meeting, and you blow that off, they don't take that the best way. Because now you're acting as if, like you just said, Frank K, you're bigger than the shield, and nobody's bigger than that. And to me, that's the only times where we will see them say, I will prove a point more so than care about winning. And you brought up AB. I could bring up Colin Kaepernick. We could talk Ray Rice, like Josh Black or Josh Gordon, Justin Blackman. Like there are a list of guys, Ocho Cinco Tia, where we're like, no, those guys still could have helped you win a Super Bowl while they were playing. But because of it was just too loud or it was too negative, you would much rather move on without them than with them, regardless of what their actual, knock was. Because with all those dudes I just named, they all have different levels of what their quote unquote like grievance or issue is from an NFL's perspective. But once again, nobody is bigger than the shield. And I think for him, that was a hard lesson that he had to learn. But hopefully he's learned that, and we'll see, kind of what plays out for him. But I will agree with you, though. Will Howard, to me, profiles better in Arthur Smith's system than Shedeur when you talk about some of just the mobility with him. When you hear how he felt about Justin Fields, it's like, all right, Will Howard is more in line with that than Shedeur is. So we will see how this thing plays out, though, man. But I like it, Frank K. I like it, man. What you get into this weekend, though, before we get up out of here, man?
Well said, Moats. No plan so far. I may go up to Mount Lemon, do a little fishing.
Okay.
Stock some trout up there at the lake. So we don't got much fishing down here in Arizona, but that is one thing I look forward to doing here.
Hey, I like it there, man.
Yeah, a little hotter.
Like it. Well, look, enjoy the weekend.
What do you got going this weekend,
man?
Moats?
Shoot, we got Pittsburgh Marathon. We got my dog Ryan Shazier has his charity event this weekend. Yeah, we outside this weekend, man. We outside. We outside. And little man got a baseball game. We outside, baby. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. So hopefully weather is good. All right. Yeah.
Perfect, man.
But let's get it, man.
Have a great weekend, man. Yep. Have a great weekend. Enjoy time with the fam.
No, without a doubt. And likewise, baby. Appreciate you again. Peace.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to the homie Frank K, man, tapping in for a little bit with it this morning, man. Let's take another call or two, man, while we getting it in. All right. Let's see. Somebody just called. Let's call you back real quick. Let's see who this is calling me. I'm gonna call you right back then. Whoever this is, because you're calling right now. You done called like a couple times. Let me see what this is. Let me see what this is real quick. Let me call him up. I'm saying.
Hello?
Yo. Let me take a guess. Is this Aaron? That sounds like Aaron in the background. Is that Aaron over there?
Yeah, man.
All right. Look, I see in the air. I was like, I think that's North Carolina, right? I think that might be it.
Yeah, that's Charlotte.
Shout out, man.
Me since the Daniel Jones conversation.
Yeah. What's the word with you, baby?
Man, I'm hype about the drive.
Let's get it, man. For real. Talk to me, man. So, what was your favorite pick, man? What we like, what we don't like? What's your energy on it, man? Let's go.
Well, I've been a fan for a long time. Mm-hmm. So you say some things in the draft and then they come true. I want to lean on last year's draft.
Okay.
When you said, the tackles might be gone and then the corners might be gone. JPJ not gonna make it. All of them, and then Darnell came through, and he was like maybe Darnell in the first round.
Shout out.
And then we still got him.
Shout out, baby. I love it. I love it. I love it, man.
And then same thing happened this year with Caleb Johnson.
Come on, man. Think about
we thought we was gonna have to get Caleb with the 21st overall pick. At least I did.
Think about how people talked about running back, and they had a run on these running backs. That was the other crazy part too. That's between the middle to back of the first and in the beginning of the second. I'm like, yo, all the running backs, it's 4 gone. It's 5 backs going the first 60 picks. Like, this is crazy right now. But yeah, shout out to Caleb, man. Shout out to Caleb. Yes, man.
I was like, look, Omar Khan, please don't listen to TG. Please don't listen to TG.
TG said you can get all these backs in the 5th, 6th, and something like, TG, it's 5 backs gone in the first 60 picks, bro. What are you no, bro. Running backs are back, man. Running backs, they back up, all right? Stock back up on running backs right now, man.
Especially the way we use running backs, the way we run them into the ground, the way that we kind of, we block up the front. Now, me, I got faith in the blocking, but some of us Steelers fans, they be like, oh, they running into the wall.
Hey, look, I'm like, yeah, we done invested in these trenches, man. Now go get you somebody to hand that thing off to, man. And Caleb looks good.
Absolutely.
I don't know if it was the black and gold from Iowa, but I'm like, yo, you already looked the part. You just look like a Steeler. You look good.
And, I got the faith that man can catch. I don't got the proof, but I got the faith.
Yeah. He can't catch, though. He definitely can catch.
I got the faith that man can run or the pass block. I don't got the proof, but I got the faith.
Yeah. Hey, look, we'll say this. Off of sheer size alone, he should be able to pass block. To me,
easily
6'2", 226, that's plenty big enough to block any linebacker, especially inside backers that are going to be blitzing. We know outside linebackers are a different animal, but you're not being asked to block that one-on-one. He's going to have to block the Patrick Queens, the Peyton Wilsons of the world. He has the size to do that. It's just going to more so be technique and effort. That's the thing that separate Najee and L. Bell and James Conner from a lot of these other running backs that are bigger guys. It's like, you got to be able to actually stand up in there and hit somebody in the face, man. But if you could do that, you can play here.
And then still pull out your specialty. That little Haitian zone run to the outside. What you say, Melvin Gordon?
He got a little Melvin on him. Yeah, got a little Melvin on him, man.
Yeah, I'm so hyped for that boy. But, that's just the favorite pick. I still got Derek Harmon.
Okay.
I prayed for Derek Harmon.
He said, I used to pray for times like this, man. Yeah.
Hey, and now I still pray for Derek Harmon, Mama. I still pray for Moats, Mama.
Seriously, I appreciate you on that too, man. I love all of that. Definitely appreciate you on that, man.
I pray for healing and consolation and the mentalities that y'all can keep carrying on with the
legacy
light that
stuff.
Y'all keep shining into this. Absolutely.
No. And like I said, I definitely appreciate it, man. It ain't easy. Every day you feel it, you be like, dog, bro, this really for real? So I can only imagine what Derek is going through with all of these emotions being so fresh for him, man.
Mm-hmm. So it was just heartbreaking the next day on Saturday or on Friday.
Yeah.
When you hear all the stuff that happened, I was like, man, it sent me into a little. Whew.
Yeah, no, that's real.
Secondarily, that's Harmon. That's Caleb Johnson.
Okay.
And then you talk about you waiting in the 4th round. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. And the quarterback's still on the board.
And Shador is still sliding. We're like, yo.
I'm sitting with my family. It's a whole beach house. I'm on vacation. The whole beach house is Steelers fans.
You was on vacation for the draft?
I was. And we was having a good old time.
Where'd you go on vacation? No invite? That's crazy. What? Where was you at? Where were you?
Myrtle Beach.
Nice.
We spent about 3 bands on a beach house for the weekend.
Let's go.
We went crazy.
Let's go.
All Steelers fans.
Man, you did it right. Y'all did it right.
My cousin wanted Shador. He was pissed the night before about the running back. He wanted Shador then. I was like, no, trust in Khan. Look, and really, I wanted Alec Maynard, the wide receiver in the
Stanford,
4th.
the big boy. Yeah,
that's who I was looking for.
Yep, because he was on the board too during that time. Oh, man.
And then when we ended up taking Jack, I was like, okay.
Hey, look, the pass rusher in me, the outside linebacker in me had to like the pick by default. I'm like, you know what? Us outside linebackers got to stick together. So, yes, you can never have enough of them. But yeah, I was like, man, I ain't think that was that much of a need at that standpoint. But all right.
Look, we had to turn off the draft and start watching highlights. We was confused. I thought he was an interior linebacker at first. I was like, oh, okay, he behind Nick Herbig. Okay, I see it now.
Yep. It's like, oh, this is an interesting one. Yeah. Nice little luxury pick.
Said, so the Steelers, they didn't need no edge rusher. They the strongest edge rusher in the league.
Come on, man.
The rich get richer, my boy.
Clearly, yeah. That's funny,
and then,
right there.
You know, we got the 7th round picks coming. Oh, how I forget Will Howard.
Talk about that quarterback now. We got a little QB action. They call him Baby Big Ben. I'm gonna throw that out there, Baby Big Ben. You see what he built like?
So you don't like that Josh Allen talk?
Get him off my dog. Put him on 7, man. Put him on 7.
No, he got a little everything in him, man. I'm hoping for that boy. You know, I'm a Mason believer. Like, I've been fighting the internet talking dirty about Mason.
All right. And Mason, we trust. Hey, look. You know he owes South Carolina cat anyways, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Look. Shout out to the Carolinas, all right? Shout out to the Carolinas.
Shout out to the Carolinas.
Shout
out J. Cole.
Let's go. Big facts. Let's go.
But, yeah, it was a solid draft, man. Always in calm, we trust. Yeah. I even believe in the undrafted free agents.
Okay.
My boy Sebastian Castro.
Yeah, I like Sebastian. Yeah, yo, we sticking with the Iowa. We like, yo, you play for Iowa. All right, you get a chance. You Iowa guy. We got time for you too.
YA Black.
I'm like, yo,
Sebastian Castro.
All right, we did Logan Lee last year. Remember that? That's another
Logan
Iowa
Lee?
cat. Yeah, let's say, look, we're gonna tap on them Iowa dudes now. Yeah.
So I'm hoping that it's, Sebastian Castro and Beanie Bishop in there wreaking havoc. I know we picked up a free agent.
Yeah.
That could also be in this slot corner competition. I think there's actually 4 guys in that slot corner competition.
It's some dudes, man. It's we're gonna see. And then you also still have a guy like Juan Thornhill who could project down into that slot. We obviously know with him more health and availability, but yeah, man, we got a couple of dudes, man. We got a couple of options, man, to put in there in different styles too, man, where some are more cover guys, some are more physical, against the run and blitzing type. So I like what that's going to look like, man. It's going to get interesting come training camp, man.
All I'm saying is if we sign Aaron Rodgers, then the job got to go to Beanie. Rodgers knows.
Okay.
Rodgers knows.
Hey,
look. 2 interceptions on your boy.
Come on, man. Hey, look. And if you sign, you got to sign both footballs too. You already know that, Rodgers. As soon as once you rock out, you signing both footballs. And there ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, you know what time we on, man.
Mm-hmm. And then tell TG to start grooming our next slot corner,
Let's go. Come on, man. Hey, look like TG. I know you got another one of the ones over there, all right? TG over here trying to get
them prepped and ready.
Hey, look, TG trying to get it going down in Norfolk State, all right? He down there with Mike Vick and company, man, all right? So I'm like, hey, TG.
Prep them boys.
Just get them right,
tell
coach
them
them up.
Standards to standards.
Come on,
Cut
man.
their eyelids off before they even get in the draft.
You know what it is.
I appreciate you, Moats, taking my call, big bro.
Hey, you already know it's all love, Aaron, man. Appreciate you, man. What you getting into this weekend before we get up out of here, too, man?
Shoot. I thought I was working the weekend. Found out I got Sunday off. So I'm about to schedule me a little haircut. Get me right.
Get fresh to death. I already know what it is, man. Salute to you there, Aaron, man. Appreciate you as always, baby.
Yes, sir, Master Moats.
Let's get it.
I bid you adieu, good sir.
Let's get it, baby. Peace. Shout out, man. Hey, I rocks for Aaron, man. All right. So far, man, we 3 for 3 on these calls today. All right, man. Let's get one more in, and then after that, man, we're gonna get up out of this thing. But you know the digits to dial: 412-346-6955. All righty. Oh, somebody's calling in. All right. Let's get him going. And I know this one. I know this one. I know this one. Come on now. I know this one. Come on.
Yo.
There he is. We talking about Rod Dollars. I know who that is. I know this one. Yeah. How my dog doing, man? What's the word with you, man?
Man, I'm all right, man. I'm in there. I'm hanging in there, man. Trying to keep trying to keep the mental right. That's all.
Big facts on that. Big facts, man. Let's talk, though. We got to talk about it, Rod. How you feeling about these draft picks, man? Who stood out to you? Who you like? Who you got questions about? All right, what's the energy?
All right, man. First of all, my favorite pick in the draft was Jack Sawyer. I did not think he was going to be there. And the whole leading up to the draft, me and my pops been going back and forth about it, right? Because he like, man, we should, he like the whole, like, should we release TJ Watt or not, right? And he said something that was crazy. And he was talking to one of his dudes that said something. He was like, the only way I let go of TJ Watt is if we pick up a guy like Jack Sawyer. And he was sitting right there. And when I looked at Jack Sawyer's film and I looked at TJ Watt, I'm like, bro, we picked up TJ Watt 2.0. Up and down. They were the uniforms alike. They were the same helmet, the same face mask. And Steelers organization, if y'all are hearing me right now, can we please give them 33? Don't even think about it. Give him 33.
Hey, look, break out the Merrill Hodge. Break out the Merrill Hodge on him, man.
Come on, hey, give it to him. Don't even think about it. He had it at Ohio State. Give him 33. That's not even. It's not even waste no time on that. That's his jersey number immediately. We ain't wasting no time on that. All right, on to the next one.
If you put Jack Sawyer at 33, man, he better come out this thing smoking. All right, you already know.
And it'll be nice because I think he's gonna play a lot of special teams, so that'll be like a nice little special teams number right there.
Yeah,
special teams ace right quick. Yeah.
Hey, look, I love the size though, man. Like he looks the part, and that's the one thing I say about any Ohio State player. They all just look like. Yep, you were created in a lab, and they said this is what the prototype looks like. 6'4", 260. Give him some tattoos. Yep, there you go. There, he's ready to roll. And you're like, bro, you look the part, man. You dang sure look the part, man.
They scout NFL ready talent, man.
I can dig it.
That's all. And then shout out to Omar Khan, man, because we filled in every hole that we needed. And starting from Derek Harmon, that's Cameron Hayward Jr. right there. Then we went to Caleb Johnson. We know he could tote that rock, but like the last caller said, can he pass block and can he catch out the backfield? Them the two biggest things in the NFL, especially in the system we trying to run.
No facts on that.
Then from that, where we go from there?
Shoot, that was the Jack Sawyer pick after that, but
Jack
then we got that quarterback.
Then,
talk a little quarterback.
Yes. Let's talk about that. I just
look quarterback.
Y'all said Big Ben. I'm not about to put. And I'm a Steelers fan to the death of me. I'm not about to compare him to Big Ben just yet. No. I don't want to hear no Big Ben Jr. Now, what I will do...
Don't you put him on that, Josh. Don't you say Josh. Josh MVP. Don't you put him on Josh. Don't you put him on Josh. Don't you do that. Rod down. Don't you do it, Rod down. Don't you do it, Rod down. No.
Listen to me, man. That's the new generation quarterback. And when I went back to his film, when I watched him at Kansas State, and he was running the Wildcat and doing all that athletic stuff.
Oh, man.
That's who popped in my head. I ain't too Big Ben doing that. Josh Allen popped in my head immediately, like, okay, this dude can scoot down the field. Like, okay, let's
y'all gotta stop this, man. Y'all gotta stop
this. Daniel Jones.
There we go. Like throw some Danny Dimes on him. Throw some Danny Dimes on him. Yeah, throw that on him, man.
Yeah. So athletic, run straight ahead, fast, get there, get to the point, boom. And then Yahweh, that's his name?
YA. Yep.
YA Black. Man, when we did that pick, I said, oh, yeah, we love the Big Ten.
You see us?
If you look at it,
I went Wisconsin, Ohio State.
Man, I'm like, come on, man. So, yeah, with that block, and then he fires off the ball. He has a motor.
Yeah.
So I like that. Man. And then the Monte Kent, right?
Dante.
Dante Kent. When I seen him, I just watched a little bit of his film, but the guy who popped out to me when I was watching him, especially the special teams play.
Say it.
He reminds me of Antoine Blake, man.
Ooh. Ooh, shout out to Zilla, man. Antoine Valentino. Shout out to Valentino.
Good feet.
Yeah.
Like fast
feet
and
are
good
crazy.
feet. And I think we missed one. I wasn't in the practices. I was young when we had Antoine Blake, and I didn't really go to the practices. But I think we missed one. If we would have put him at kick return or something, he probably would have been special, man. He could have did something back there.
Yo, shout out to my dog, man. I ain't heard that name in forever. That's my dude right there. That's my dude. Yeah.
Little dude, fast, quick, good feet.
Lightning quick, man.
Man.
And tough though. Tough little sawed off dudes, man.
Yep. And then all the undrafted free agents, I like them all, man. Rock Taylor. No, not Rock Taylor. The other dude we picked up. Is he from Indiana?
Keyshawn Williams. Yep, the receiver from Indiana. He wore number 5 over there.
I'm gonna have my eye on him, man. Let me come to the Latrobe, man. God willing.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna have my eye on him for sure throughout camp, man, because I like what I see out of him. Man.
Yo, he quick, but he's tough. I'm like, yo. I like when I see a smaller but tough physical receiver. I'm like, yo, all right, that's different. You zigging while they zagging. Let's get it.
Yep, I like that, man. And Sebastian Cash already said that, man. He looked like he could be a Steeler for a minute. He looked like he could fill in for if we let go of Miles Killebrew.
All right.
One he could fill in.
Hey, look, with the black and the gold jersey, I'm like, yo, you already looked the part. But you watch him, you watch the effort, you watch him chase it, and you're like, okay, yeah, you go. Teams is for certain where you're gonna start it. All right, you're for certain gonna start there, bro. Yeah.
When we come with that 3 safety, when Casey was coming in, I feel like he could be a little bit of that. Yeah,
you see him.
Yeah, I like everything, man. Omar Khan did his thing, man. Shout out to Omar Khan and Coach Speed, man.
No, let's get it, man. Let's get it. I like that, man. Like I said, man, good group, man. And all we need to do is give these guys opportunity. Now it's up to them to see how they develop, how they, continue to progress and carve out their roles. But a lot to be excited about with this class, man, with this, drafted and undrafted group of guys that we just brought in here, man.
Yes.
I like it. Well, talk to me, Rob, man. What you getting into this weekend, baby? It's the weekend time. Where we at?
Yeah, man. It's Friday, man. I'm about to clock back into work because I snuck away for a minute. And,
respect.
So love.
I like it.
Yeah, my daughter has a violin recital on Saturday.
Hey,
so
shout out.
Saturday morning, I'm going to be in there, listening to all that.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Hey, look, enjoy that string instrument. Enjoy the daddy-daughter time, man. Keep doing your thing, Rod. You already know what it is, man.
Yes, sir, man. You do the same, man. Be safe, be smart out there, man.
We'll do it likewise, man. Appreciate you as always, though, baby.
All right. Shout out to the chat, too, man. Y'all be good.
Hey, there it is. There it is. All right, baby. Peace. Shout out. Man, y'all never let us down, man. Whenever we open up these here phone lines, man, y'all are always top notch with that thing, man. Shout out to everybody that called in. The homies. Boo Man. Shout out to Boo Man. Frank K out there in AZ. Aaron down in Charlotte, North Carolina. And, of course, the homie Rod Dollar. Mr. Sheralon. Mr. Sheralon. Big kudos to each and every one of y'all, man, for tapping in with the phone lines, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Alrighty. And I do see some chats that came in. Man, I missed this super earlier, so I'll get this now. From Rex7, he says, I remember saying I wanted YA Black in the 6th or 7th round, and somebody in the chat was like, where are these casuals coming from? He's a 3rd round guy. Nah, man, shout out. And I think this is a prime example of how the draft works, man. A lot of dudes are projected to go a lot earlier, but all it takes is 1 or 2 people getting picked out of position, guys slipping in the draft, and before you know it, dudes that were projected to go in the 3rd, you find them in the 6th. That was my story. I was projected to be in the 3rd. I was a 6th round draft pick as well, man. But that's the beauty of it, and that's why you feel, really optimistic about some of these players that we bring in, because it's like, yeah, this is a guy that pre-draft wise had a lot more, hype around him or just optimism about him. But because this team picked this player instead of this player. That bumped this player. Now it's just a chain reaction. But shout out to you, Rex7, though, man. It lets me know that you definitely tapped in, man. Watch what you're supposed to be watching, man. Staying in tune with the people you're supposed to be tapping in with, man. So I do like that, man. Let's get it, baby. But let me see before we get up out. Oh, and shout out to Cheyenne, man. Cheyenne Law, she says Rock Taylor is a dog, man. Watching him at Memphis, if it wasn't for the injuries. No, I'm with you on that, man. Does have some of that kind of limited the overall production and just availability for Rock. But let me read what Rock did, though, man. All right, at Memphis, man, 43 games, had 162 catches for 2,366 yards and 7 touchdowns, 66 catches, 950 yards and 2 touchdowns last year. And the year before that, 2023, man, was a lot more. 69 receptions, 1,083 yards with 4 touchdowns as well during that time frame. Rock Taylor, man, big down the grass dude, man. I'm excited about what Rock brings. So trust me, Cheyenne, man, we on the same page with that, man. Definitely on the same page. Oh, man. Now, Train to Go has a little bit different approach. Shout out to Train to Go. He says, I like the Iowa picks, but hate the Ohio State picks. Obviously, we know our Iowa picks are the Caleb Johnson and Y.A. Black, undrafted Sebastian Castro. And then in terms of the Ohio State ones, the Jack Sawyer, Will Howard. I can understand it, man, especially if we're talking about where, those guys were picked with who was on the board. For some people, I know we talked about Eric Ayamanor, the receiver from Stanford, was available in that 4th round when we picked Jack Sawyer. We obviously know people, even myself included, were, fans of Shedeur Sanders and potentially wanted him to be the pick. So I could see that. And then obviously when you get to the 6th round with Will Howard, it just depends on how you look at it. Could definitely be viewing it a little bit different way. So, respect on that. But shout out to Train to Go, though, man. Let's get it. I like it. And let's see, baby. I like how y'all active in this chat, though, man. Like I said, man, even on a Friday, midday action. Shout out to the brunch. That's what we had. We had brunch on a Wake and Bake. But I sees y'all, baby. And I likes it. I like it. All right. But okay. That might be it for the day then, man. I don't see anything else coming in that's too crazy. But let's get it there, man. Let's get it. So shoot. Hopefully. And Tom did. I'm not messing with you talking about that Bill Belichick, man. I don't want no parts of that, man. All right. We letting him and his I think it's his girlfriend, right? Not fiance. Him and his girlfriend, they just, hey, do what y'all do, okay? Like I said, I'm staying up out of that thing, man. Y'all better be careful out here, man. All right, you better be careful. Just see, man, she had a sharp dealer with right now. All right, just be careful, best with anything like that. All right, just hey, but tease their own. But yeah, I don't want no parts of that one, Tom Jade. I don't want no parts of that one. Yeah, I'm good. And yeah, man, we had to get it early today, man. I ain't had power the past 48 hours, man. So I was excited. All right, I got excited today. Okay, so shout out. Okay, but yeah. Yeah, I'm good on all of that, man. All right, I'm happily married, and me and my wife are in the same age group. All right, we here. So yeah, we will stay there. All right. But with that being the case, man, hopefully y'all enjoyed today's show. If you did, man, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe either if you're new to the channel. You already know the drill, man. Wherever y'all at this weekend, man, stay safe out there, man. Enjoy Cinco de Mayo as well. But check out the website, man, arthurmoats.com. Check us out on Instagram as well at the Arthur Moats Experience. You already know, man, if you're trying to get in contact with me or anything like that, man, talking about the show, at moatswinners@gmail.com as well. But either way, I appreciate you for tuning in. And until next time, baby, peace.